At the end of the day, we're an information company. We have the access to Google, some of the algorithms there. We have the resources to deploy. We've committed to having, last year we committed to having over 10,000 people who are working on controversial content. And so I see how much progress that we have already made. We actually have just made changes to our recommendation algorithms as well for not violative content, but borderline content. And we announced that we've seen a 50% reduction in the views coming from recommendations from that.
UMG needs to be fucking stopped, all right? Every YouTuber I know has had like a video to 2 videos a week getting claimed by UMG.
My recent tweets have been about my videos getting claimed, and I just want to do a video to give a little more details. But anyways, now that I have this, if we look, this video is claimed by Living On by Pascal, whoever that guy is. So watch the video. This is what I think they claimed me for, because we were singing this song. On a prayer. Didn't use a beat or anything, we just sung the song. So I don't think that's claimable, but whatever. I'm guessing we got claimed because we said the words living on.
Look at that.
These are all UMG claims. And so claiming is one thing, but the examples you see time and time again are so egregious. That's what really messes you up.
2015 was the last good year for YouTube, and this is why. So I'm sure a lot of us have been around on YouTube for a long time simply watching videos, simply to entertain ourselves when we have nothing better to do. And for a lot of us, we've been doing this for many years on end, and some of us even for multiple decades. But there is a certain year of which something changed on YouTube, which made it from that point on continue to go down a downhill slope to what we see it as today. 2015 was that particular time when something changed on YouTube to inevitably cause it to go down a downhill spiral to form what we see it as today. YouTube has what is known as a monopoly on the entire internet. It has no competition for what it's good at doing, and what it's good at doing is simply gathering people to simply watch videos that are made by other people, and also getting people who have a passion in making videos to have the opportunity to upload them online and have other people watch them for free. No other website has nearly the amount of reach or nearly the amount of potential to do so, which is why it also gets the attention of advertisers and millions of dollars to flow into the website's platform to offer to get paid to all of these people doing so, in return for simply watching a brief 5 to 10 second ad along each video that you click on. And sometimes there's actually 2 ads now because, well, everyone hates it, but YouTube needs to make even more money, even though they're demonetizing basically everything. But demonetization has really been a problem that's been over-exaggerated. There are so many more intricate problems that has caused YouTube to slowly decline, and it's all coming from one period of time when things started to stem towards the negative. So many people over time have accused me of just simply hating on YouTube for no reason, or making negative videos talking about YouTube, but in reality, all I've done throughout my time here on this website was just simply talk about the issues and possibly the positives of the website itself. I've tried to inform as many people as possible about the things that will be taking place on YouTube and that are currently taking place. Because since we all use this website collectively, since you're watching this one video, I can only imagine we've dedicated hundreds or maybe thousands of hours of our lives into simply watching or maybe producing videos. And 2015 was the very last time we could ever say that YouTube was a good place to be. From this point on, we dove off of a metaphorical cliff and just kept falling all the way down to rock bottom. And that's basically where we stayed. But it's not that we have to stay here in rock bottom. There's plenty of ways that we can make our way back up. So does the title of this video imply that 2012 and 2013 and 2014 and all of the years that YouTube existed before that were not good years or didn't matter in YouTube's history? Obviously not. However, each year leading up to 2015 was a slow buildup of YouTube's reputation, not only with normal consumers, but with companies and outside sources as well. But after 2015, that same reputation started to collapse systematically. So what happened within the span of 365 days, just within this one year, to make such a harsh turnaround? We have to investigate this from a lot of different angles since there are a lot of different specific reasons that led up to this. In particular, the downfall of the reputation of YouTube-sponsored events such as the YouTube Rewind, and also the slow decrease in transparency and communication within YouTube to its consumers, along with its producers, and also new regulations and rules with the website itself and the lack of insight on them that have been given out by YouTube. And it all started with one simple change that was seemingly pushed under the rug and not really acknowledged by pretty much anyone, that took place only a couple months before the beginning of 2015, and that was the inauguration of a new YouTube CEO. The first YouTube CEO that also was one of the co-founders of Google. Not really though, because Google was just started in their garage and that's pretty much it. But their first term of YouTube CEO started to take place in 2015. Meaning from that point on, they had full control over YouTube. And to put it simply, this CEO and this CEO's ideas for the future of this website was far different and far askew of what the original forefathers of YouTube were. These three individuals were the founding fathers of YouTube itself, and everything that you see today on this screen and on YouTube in general is here because of these three individuals, who were also former PayPal employees. And they made their fat stacks after selling this relatively small startup company to Google for only $1 billion, which eventually led it up to being controlled by the current CEO. Although YouTube mainly suffered only a few bits of collateral damage from this slight change in the year of 2015, the main events of which started to take YouTube down started the next year. After the rise of controversial issues and content on YouTube, i.e. commentary channels that took place and partook in drama, which built up a cyberbullying type environment on YouTube, forced YouTube to invoke new rules which affected every single person on the website, but also making them so vague so that every single person had to basically walk on thin ice, not knowing on whether or not they could be violating the terms of service and having their channel deleted for doing something that was before not even a problem. And this got even worse as time went on when YouTube decided to try to make even more regulations and even brand new systems which could supposedly help moderate the entire YouTube platform without the intervention of YouTube itself. But long story short, every single person hated this and YouTube was forced to go back to the drawing board. And what made everything about this worse was the synonymous situations taking place also on YouTube around the same period of time, which involved the first quote-unquote adpocalypse to take place, involving multiple companies taking away their ads from YouTube simply due to the mistake of only a couple of people, which made YouTube enforce a new system, which single-handedly put the livelihood of a lot of people on YouTube in jeopardy. This demonetization system had apparently been around on YouTube for multiple years beforehand, but in the beginning of 2017, YouTube decided to make it a public spectacle, along with harshening their rules and making it harder for any everyday individual content creator to simply upload a video with a green status icon. And this was perpetual, as more advertisers that left YouTube subtly caused even more companies to see that taking place and deciding for themselves to leave as well, effectively forcing YouTube to stricken their guidelines even more. Now, while this is all going down, YouTube is losing a reputation slowly with the people that use their website, due to the frustration of all of the video makers on YouTube pouring out their emotions and their opinions about it for multiple years on end, causing a slow turn in the face of everyone using YouTube to turn their backs on the people that operate the website. This caused a subtle disconnect to form between the company of YouTube and the consumers of YouTube, which was a gap that was only widened as time went on. The video makers were affected by the quality and the current condition of the website, which caused a lot of them to outlash on the website publicly, which drastically affected the impression of the YouTube website to all of the viewers of these content creators, many of which taking to other social media websites and outlets to unleash their anger on them. And this is an effect that we still see taking place today. So as this disconnect between the YouTube consumers and YouTube itself kept on getting wider, the gap between the YouTubers that didn't fit YouTube's new idea of what was advertiser and website friendly, also known as the majority of every single YouTuber on the website, was quarantined to a certain place of isolation of which YouTube didn't want to interact with, in fear of continually losing more advertisers, and YouTube wanted to safely side with other people that fit their agenda even more. Influencers that had no reputation in falling under the newly painted picture of what YouTube deemed to be dramatic or controversial, meaning YouTube no longer wanted to promote trends and people that promoted things that also went under this category as well. Which is why more likely than not you'll never see YouTube promoting something, whether it be through Twitter or Instagram or any other outlet that they have access to, that involves a mainstream video creator, because of the PR risk that they're held accountable for. And this also involves other YouTube-sponsored events, such as the YouTube Rewind, which is one of the biggest things to take place on the website on a yearly basis. So therefore, every single time, it gets hated even more by people, simply because of that reason. YouTube no longer wants to promote what people want, they want to promote what advertisers want. They want to promote a picture-perfect representation of a completely safe, family-friendly environment. And all of this started back in one single year, the year of which I truly believe YouTube transitioned from being a mere insiders club to being a public spectacle. Before 2015, YouTube was all about what people wanted, and after, it became more about its outwardly appearance. And this, of course, is basically due to two things: the monopoly of YouTube and also the continual growth of the company, meaning that more eyes are now on it as time goes on, and also the jurisdictions of the sole person who's in charge of the entire website, aka the CEO, who was, as I mentioned before, inaugurated just before the beginning of 2015. The moment YouTube's idea was conceived, the world changed forever. The entire way that we look at video and online content was completely altered, and as the time went on, it basically grew on its own, transforming into different things based off of the way people wanted to interact with it. It was simply a community of people and creators that had a strong connection and a strong relationship with each other, along with YouTube itself. But the instant that all of this started to dwindle was the time when YouTube started to plummet. So what does this mean to YouTube itself, and what do we do to actually fix this from taking place in the future? Regardless of the condition of YouTube, there will always be a YouTube. YouTube is not going to fade away into the next MySpace. And this is simply due to the lacking of competition, the void marketplace of which YouTube occupies. People will always demand an outlet of which provides video content, and in reality, regardless of the reputation or the relationship of YouTube with the consumers, there is no doubt that they are the final boss when it comes to this. They have the almost unlimited amounts of resources and money and backing from the world's second largest company. But as the profits of this company start to dwindle away due to the effects of what we just discussed, it is more than likely that several business decisions will be made soon in the future. But nevertheless, 2015 was a really good year. The year I started my journey, and the year I was able to meet some of you guys who are still here. And I think I could speak for more than just myself when I say that as long as YouTube provides an open and free, non-censored and non-regulated outlet to produce videos for the passionate video creators to non-stop entertain the passionate video viewers, YouTube will always fulfill its original concept. But as for me, I'll always still be sitting at this one desk continually making videos for you, the person behind that screen watching this right now. Yes, I'm looking at you. You mean a lot more to this entire platform than you may think you do, because if it wasn't for you, this platform, and me, and everyone else that's in your subscription box wouldn't exist. So I hope you enjoyed this small video, which hopefully went into depth enough about the reason 2015 was the last good year for YouTube. And if you did enjoy this, make sure you just kindly annihilate the like button and the subscriber button while you're at it too, for 10 years of good luck. And I will see all of you guys in the next piece of YouTube content that will be circulated through YouTube's algorithms and hopefully promoted into your sub box and notifications box. But I'm not counting on it. Goodbye!